Never work again. What is up, alienARMy? I am Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. And on this channel, we discuss everything out of this world. Today's topic, we are just going to get right into it. I feel like different variations of this topic have been talked about so many motherfucking times before. Maybe I've talked about it too, but this is just a new way of having an understanding about what work actually means and what the fuck it doesn't. So when I say never work again, this, from my definition, my interpretation, I am talking about physical hard labor, mental hard labor, emotional hard labor, psychological hard labor. I am not saying to just sit back and be lazy and eat fucking bonbons on the couch and shit like that. No, I'm not talking about that. I am talking about work in a sense of pushing against something that you're trying to attain something, or you're trying to change something, or trying to build something. Do not work. Work is ungodly, in my opinion. And I don't mean that you need to just sit back and be lazy. I'm not talking about that, okay? Work is, in my opinion,
a four-letter motherfucking word.
Never work again. This is what you do. You look at all the situations that you feel or you think or you believe that you have to work hard for. More than likely, you're gonna see that there are actually more struggles in that particular area than in whatever area you're more laid back about. And I am sure that a lot of you can relate to this. It seems like the more anyone pushes against a certain something, the more they feel they have to do more, the easier that thing is either going to run from them, or that thing is going to have like a brick wall presented to them, or there's going to be some sort of hindrance in an area where an individual is working really hard for. I am not saying that if you have goals and if you want to build a business or you want to start your own company and you're putting in the work, I'm not talking about that. Do you know why? Because when you are building something that you are feeling and you are passionate about, that shit don't feel like work, because it's not fucking work. So if you are putting in work, putting in effort, and I'm talking about strained work, strained effort, this is not putting in work, you gotta bend down, tie your shoelaces, and yeah, okay, that's, you're working, but is that fucking bothering you? You know what I mean? I'm talking about actually things that you feel like you have to strive for, that you are being drained by. That's what I'm talking about, because work is something, for my definition, it makes things harder. And like I said, if you look at the areas where you're easy breezy, nice and peasy,
okay,
you are likely to notice that that area in your life is pretty much smooth sailing. Whereas another area that you feel like you work in, you never seem to fucking get there, right? Because you are not enjoying that work. When you are at one with the moment and you are enjoying whatever you are doing, let's say you are, I don't know what they're called, a bricklayer?
might be.
Let's say you're a bricklayer and you actually are exuding effort, but you love your job, you own your own fucking bricklaying company, and you out there and you get in the cement, you laying bricks, whatever the fuck you have to do, right? But you're having fun. Yeah, you are doing work. You're doing physical labor, but you're having fun. It doesn't feel like work. That shit don't bother you. That shit don't stress you out. That shit is not coming to bite you in the ass just when you thought that you put a whole lot of effort into the fucking house of cards of it, and then it crumbled. And the reason why is precisely because you put in too much effort. You put in the work because you had a program that made you believe falsely that you had to work hard to achieve it. There you go. You had to work hard. You had to blood, sweat, and tears, whatever the fuck that shit is called. If you are into something, it is not ever gonna feel like work. You're not gonna even think about blood, sweat, tears whatsoever. Consciousness collective phrase that is tied to that is gonna pop into your mind. No, there's not gonna be none of that. So if you are working at something, if you feel drained by doing something, if the very thought of it is causing you emotional and psychological issues and your mental process is fucking skewed when you're even thinking about that thing, be out homie, that shit ain't for you. The less work you do, the easier it becomes, because now you are in the flow state and you are like, I'm enjoying this fucking ride. It's like, I don't know about you, but when I was, well, I still do, but when I was a youngin', I used to love going to water parks, okay?
Metaphor, because it's me.
I'd be at the water park. One of my favorite activities was those slides where it's like you climb up a bunch of stairs and you're carrying like an inflatable tube that looks like a donut. Sometimes it looks like an infinity or H shape, and you carry it up there, and then, you know, you're at the water park and you're looking at the slide, and then you get in your little tube and then you sit there, and then you go through the tunnels and it like spins around and it's like whirling and swirling, right? Oh, I love it. So I am likening this to your experience, because when I would be in that inner tube and I would be just being carried, I'm like, whoo, there's some breeze blowing in my face. Like, I'm having me a good old time. I'm high above the ground. I'm sightseeing and things like that. I'm having me a grand old motherfucking time. That, maybe you have another example that comes to your mind, something that you're just like, woo, I love it. But for me, it's that fucking spirally inner tube tunnel type of water slide. To me, that is my example of how everyday motherfucking life is best lived. You're not doing any effort. You're being carried along in that inner tube, and you're just being brought into experiences. You're encountering individuals that are all on that same ride with you, where it's just pure exhilaration and you're having fun and it feels light, and you feel like in that moment anything is possible.
Because anything is fucking possible.
And you are just enjoying the ride. You are not necessarily putting work, because let's use that water slide example. What's gonna happen if you try to put your hands against the fucking wall of the water slide and you try to stop yourself in there? Now you're putting in work, right? You're physically exerting yourself. Well, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like tensed up and shit, but guess what? Another motherfucker gonna come down and crash into you, and then both y'all gonna tumble to the fucking bottom, right? So it's like the water is going to move you, but if you're resisting the water, if you're resisting the water, if you're resisting the flow, if you're resisting the current, you are doing work and you don't need to. Abraham Hicks says this all the time: everything you want is downstream. Downstream. You just row your boat, but you ain't fucking rowing, homie. It's like you're just sitting in there in the fucking canoe and you're just like on like a sightseeing journey. You don't have anywhere to go. You don't have any place to be. You're just enjoying and relaxed. That is what I mean by never work again. Even if you have a job, even if you feel like you have to answer to someone, don't let it be work. Allow it to be play. Look at your 3D reality as a game, because it fucking is. 3D Earth Matrix. Look at it as a game. Never work. This is fun. I'm playing my game. I'm moving my little avatar around. This shit is fun. If I don't like this shit, I'm gonna look over here. Nothing is work. Everything is play. Everything is fucking exhilarating and flowing the way that I want to flow, and I'm having me a good old time. You are not putting in effort. If you are at a job that you do not enjoy, first of all, project where you want to be into the future, whatever your dream job is. Or if your dream job is to not have a job, you already know how to manifest. I have plenty of other videos on that. But in the moment, if a situation like that were to arise and you think you have to work, you have to go to work at that job, my suggestion is, well, going to this job is fun. Whatever you can do to make that job fun, maybe make a game out of it. Maybe if you look at things from a different perspective of, okay, I am going to enjoy this aspect of the job for whatever, and then you just focus on that part. What's going to happen, the more you look at something that you feel like you have to deal with, you look at it like, woo, I'm dealing with you now, but I ain't taking you seriously. I'm laughing at you because I know that you are leading me to what I want, even if it ain't this, right? And this could be for any type of situation. And what I'm talking about also with not working is working hard to try to rail against a situation, try to be in denial. Even trying to be in denial is fucking work, because now you're actively pushing whatever the fuck you don't want away. When all you have to do is make it easy and effortless, like the fucking water slide. You make make a game out of it. If you don't want to sit in traffic, you make a game out of it. You jam out to fucking music, whatever the fuck you do. You have to make that shit fun. The more you make things fun, the less you will work. And the less you work over time, the more you look at everything as fun, guess what? You're graduating into the vibration where you don't have to work at all. Everything is effortless. Everything is handed to you. So now you're on that motherfucking water slide and you're sliding down that slide and you're having, you're having a good old time, homie. And you just, motherfuckers are holding out ice cream cones. They're giving out beer bottles. All of the physical environment things are aligning for you and you're just there. And now instead of being on that water slide, you're having a good time on the water slide. You're like flowing, right? Now it's like a motherfucker hands you an ice cream cone. You just, you grab it as you go down and then you go a little bit further and then someone hands you a fucking bag of money and then you take that and then you go a little further. That is what it's going to be like, because the more you speed up the momentum that everything is fun, life is fun. I play and get paid, homie. I play and get paid. If you start inducing yourself, inducing your aura, inducing your psyche with that mentality that everything is fun, nothing is work, nothing, not even a relationship. If there's, let's say, a relative that you feel like there's work or effort that in order for you to deal with them or talk to them, you know what? Play a game about them too. Say every time so-and-so calls me, I laugh at XYZ. And not even to make fun of the person, just laugh at something. Make it fun. Whatever it is about that person that you feel is the most fun thing, you make it fun. This goes for anything, okay? Anything. If you're trying to train a puppy and the puppy keeps shitting on the fucking floor, you think of it as a game. And guess what? The more you laugh, he shit on the floor. Boom, the less it's gonna happen, because when you laugh at your 3D reality, and I can vouch for this, you laugh at your 3D reality, that shit gonna vaporize, because it's like, whoa, like you're not even affected, right?
Because the whole purpose of the Earth Matrix is to really affect the fucking psyche and shit like that, but
we're fucking alchemists over here. We don't let that shit get to us, you know? So the less work you do, the more fun you will have, even if it's something that you're kind of dealing with. But what you do, like I said, you make it a game, whatever the fuck it is all a game. The more you can turn that unwanted apparition into a game, and the more you focus on where you want to be instead of there, I'm telling you, you won't even have to do nothing. You won't even have to send out a resume. You're gonna have a random motherfucker stop you on the street. They're gonna be exactly what you're looking for. You're gonna be exactly what they're looking for, and it's just gonna happen synchronously. You don't have to exert any type of effort. The only effort that you make is to keep yourself pure in vibration and keep flowing downstream. If you see something you don't like, motherfucker, I laugh at you. Poof, be gone, and then they're gone. All right, anything, unwanted situation, unwanted circumstance, unwanted person, even all of it. You laugh at it, that shit is a joke. And then now it's like the 3D reality, because it's also an energetic vibration, is gonna pick that up like, oh shit, they laughed at me? I mean, think about it. You're seeing something that you don't like, you're laughing at it. Like, this is a fucking joke. This is fucking funny. Okay, bye. You know, so that is all you have to do. You do not have to work for anything, even if it's something that is like a goal of yours. Let's say you are an entrepreneur and you're really passionate about whatever the fuck business you're in. You still don't have to do work, and you most likely don't, because it's something you feel, it's something you enjoy. So 12 hours could go by and you're in the moment, you're doing what you do for, let's say, your business. Some outsider might be like, oh, but they worked for 12 hours. No, you were having fun for 12 hours and you happen to get paid for it. That's the energy I'm fucking talking about. That's what I got for you today. I am Oculus, the alien next door. We will chit chat again soon.